Let's go.
Said it's your boy, P Original, Mr. Influential. Hot topic conversation, stimulate your mental. Two cool brothers, same father, same mother. If you're looking for a show like this, you'll never find another. Why? Cause it's the Porch Podcast to come on. Yeah, said it's the Porch Podcast. Yup, said it's the Porch Podcast to come on. Yeah, said it's the Porch Podcast.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy, DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother, man.
P Original, baby. Welcome back, y'all. Y'all know as we say each and every week, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate you.
Word up.
Thank you for tuning in once again, my friends.
Word up.
Once again, man. So this is the part of the show where we and E ask each other how we've been. Once again, we know. But we like to do that so we can set the table for what's coming after that. So anyway, E, without further ado, how you been, my brother?
I've been great, man. I'm grateful. You know what I mean? Fabulous weekend. Was off this weekend. You know, when I mean off, like I didn't have a gig. Like that.
That's about to say. You think it's just been this weekend you've been off?
Nah. I'm saying I didn't have to DJ.
Oh,
you know
okay. Okay.
And I chilled, man. I chilled with the missus pretty much all day Saturday. You know. Good. And then I chilled with my oldest as I took her back to school Sunday.
Okay.
And stopped by my boy. Shout out happy birthday to my brother, man, DJ Swell. Let's clap it up for him.
Absolutely.
Clap it up for my brother. Yeah, he had a birthday celebration, you know what I mean, up in Edison that I stopped by. Beautiful, good time, man. Got to see some people I ain't seen in a long time. And Bucks won, you know what I mean? The Bucks won. Let's clap it up for that. Let's clap it up for that.
I ain't mad at you, man. Clap it up for yours, man.
Clap it up for that.
Clap it up for yours, man.
And I don't never have a problem with the Eagles won. They won. You got the bird on your chest. Got the bird on your chest. Which is lining it up for something special on the next week.
Yo, so first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it. It was great. Yeah. It had the potential of not being great, though. Yeah. They tell me it played out well.
Yeah, it played out well.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. It went the way how we drew it up. That's a lie.
Yeah.
That's a lie. Once again, you know, the NFL has proven to be a very football period. You know, any given Sunday, and I could have had a Trey moment.
Yeah.
I got to keep it a stack. I could have had a Victor Ray moment, man.
Yeah.
I could have turned around and been like, yeah, it's over, man. Nah, man. You know what I mean? You got to stay there until the final whistle blows.
That's it. Till the whistle blows.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Just the whistle.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Know?
Just the whistle.
Yeah.
Sometimes people get their whistle. That's, you know what? Leave it alone, man. Leave it alone. It's terrible.
It's like way too early. Way too early. Way too early, but but it's been great.
The one thing I did see though, like he was trying to tell me, y'all were down. It was like 11 minutes and 30-something seconds left. Y'all was down 26-7.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What disappointed me is with like 5 minutes and something left.
Mm-hmm.
We was up 26-13.
Yeah, but you know what though, E? I saw it, and you know a lot of things happened. You had a block field goal
that turned into a touchdown.
A lot of that went on. You know, once again, man, professional athletes doing a lot of amazing things.
They scored 21 points in the fourth quarter, man.
Yeah. You know what I saw? I saw a lot of character, man. A lot of these guys, man, this weekend. I seen a lot of guys. Because like I said, bro.
They played to the whistle blew.
Yeah. And my thing is this, right? It's kind of maybe where I think I want the premise of the show to go tonight in this conversation.
What if I wanted to go that way?
Then we'll figure out a common ground. We'll find a common ground. You know what I mean? You know, it is what it is. Because it definitely takes both of us to have a conversation.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'll say is this. It leads me to, and it's a number of things that we can actually kind of go in different directions with in the framework of this. Get what you pay for, man.
Get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for, right?
Get what you pay for.
So, there's a lot of things that can apply to.
Right.
Me and you have had conversations about transportations, vehicles, expensive ones, practical things. Yo, you get what you pay for.
Right.
And when you look at these games this weekend, you saw your superstars show up. You get what you pay for, man.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like it was a bunch of no-name guys who didn't do some fantastic things, man.
For example, we look at Baker Mayfield. I think it was last season or this season, but when he signed his third season with us?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
so.
it's his third season. So last season he signed his big contract because his first year was for 1 year, $8 million, prove it deal.
Made sense.
Yeah.
Made sense.
And if we won a division,
that's it.
he got $1 million bonus.
There you go. Incentive. I like it.
Right? So we did that.
Okay.
We did that.
And you honored what you said that you,
Yeah.
okay, y'all, yeah.
So when he proved that, and they looked at his stats and everything, and
There you
how
go.
he was balling that year,
There you go.
they turned around and gave him 3 years, $100 million.
There you go. There
So
you go.
you say you get what you pay for.
Absolutely. Across
And
the
in
board.
these first 3 weeks,
Yep.
that man has 3 game-winning drives.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
3.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
yeah.
that's crazy. But this is year 2 in that contract, but still. But it's the energy. See, the quarterback is very important. And we talking about people getting what they pay for. Jalen Hurts got paid, right?
Yep.
Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes.
That's right. As it should.
Yeah. Baker
Elite.
Mayfield.
Yeah. As
Josh
it should.
Allen.
As it should. Yep. Yep.
And these is the same quarterbacks we talk about every season. You get what you pay for.
Oh, you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
You know what I'm saying?
You get what you pay for.
So when you look at certain things, and I'm not going to sit here to just like rip this apart in terms of certain teams, because that's how the sports world works. You can be up one day, down another. When you out there and you trying to advance yourself in things, just in life in general. If all you looking for is bargains, deals, and all that stuff, you're gonna get it. You're going to get it. And it's not to downplay anything. I mean, because we talk about it. I mean, you can go up there, you can go pick all you want to off the McDonald's menu. You know what I mean? You get two for this and this, that, and the third. And it's not against that, but you get what you pay for.
Right.
So when you eat it and then it don't, it don't hang around too long, you
got what you paid for.
Got what you paid for. That's what the theory of life is, in my opinion, especially as we grow and develop. You got to recognize, man, what am I paying for?
Right.
What am I actually paying for?
Right.
At this point in our life, right? We exchange time, like you say all the time, for currency.
Most people exchange time for currency.
Okay, so not all. Most people exchange time for currency.
Right.
My question to you, brother, do you think, since we're talking about right now, you get what you pay for, that as it currently stands, that you are getting a fair exchange for the time that you are spending? Because it's exchange, right? You know what I mean? They don't get what services they need from you unless you extend those, that time to them.
I'm gonna make this
across the board.
I'm gonna make this clear.
Mm-hmm.
Because I understand the question you asked. It's almost asked, you basically pretty much asking, am I being paid correctly?
Across the board.
Across the board.
Across the board. Yep.
But what I can say is this. In one aspect, because I have 2 different things. In one aspect.
Okay.
This is strictly from earnings.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because pay comes in different ways.
Exactly.
Right. But so that's why, because you said across the board.
Across the board.
Yeah. So earnings in one area, yes.
Okay.
In another area, not so much, because
Fair enough.
You know how I am about the markets and how.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Right.
And you understand your value.
You understand my value.
Very much.
Right.
So.
But in one area, yes. In another area, no.
Okay.
But as far as across the board with life,
okay,
yes, way more yes. Because,
so that's good.
Because time is, I always say time. I was watching the video last night on YouTube. I was shot the person out of it, but it was like the 8 different forms of currency, and I can't remember all 8. It was like breaking that, but number 8, which is they say was the most important one at all.
Okay,
time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I say that yes because the majority of the time I get to spend time the way I want to spend my time.
Okay.
To a certain extent.
Okay.
Because in the area when it coming back to earnings, when areas when I'm doing that, I'm being paid good, but I miss a lot sometimes.
Okay.
But at the same time, that is really, it brings me a joy. But I still be wishing I could be over here, back at home, seeing this, seeing that.
Okay,
different
okay.
things of that nature.
Okay.
Now, the other area where I'm not, they get the majority of my time.
Okay.
And I'm like, this ain't it. Because it's not even just about earning. Cause I only speak on earnings because I know it could be more, but sometimes it's draining.
Mm-hmm.
So when you got your free time,
Mm-hmm.
because there's no such thing as free time because all time costs.
Every second.
Okay, I said something profound right there. So I need y'all to, I'm going to say it again so you don't got to rewind.
Did you surprise yourself?
Nah, I mean.
Surprise you? Like
nah.
your face. No, because your face expression was like, yo.
Nah, because.
You surprised yourself. That's crazy. That's off. That's
Because
that's
what
a
I
great
said-
thing that you can still do that.
What I said, though. But what I said.
You said you were saying it
I
again.
said there's no such thing as free time
There you
because
go.
all time costs.
Oh, so there you go. There you go.
You all right?
I agree.
Because the ultimate sacrifice,
Mm-hmm.
the ultimate over, game really over when the whistle blown.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who came up with "It Ain't Over Till the Fat Lady Sings"? Why she had to be a fat lady to sing?
Because they used to. So this is why, and I know
That's
you,
not a real question.
and I know you didn't want to say.
But I
this.
really would like if you know.
No, I don't
That'd
know
be dope.
exactly why. But
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you,
don't freestyle,
No, I'm gonna
eh?
tell you my theory why.
Okay. That's smart. Give me a toast first after
Because-
that. Because you actually said something that was pretty profound just
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And,
No
and because
time
you're
is
going to
free.
mess it up in a minute, I might as well get my toast now. So,
Listen, I think
Like
they-
now, about the fat
I
lady.
think they went fat lady because people can really sing. Heavier
Okay.
women, they like heavier women. They sing. They're
That's
vocal,
true.
right?
That's
They
true.
sound, they sound great,
That's true.
Like,
and I'm not going to go any further down that foxhole than that.
right? But just because you may be big boned, right?
I feel like we
No.
be in trouble. It's-
No. Is I just think that's how they separate it. There are skinny people, there are fat people.
Yeah.
There are people in between.
Yeah.
But fat people,
Mhm.
they tend to feel like they sing every time you look at a movie, right? And they're
Yeah.
mimicking the opera
Yeah.
and the instructor.
Yeah.
Ain't he
Yeah.
a fat guy?
Yeah. More often than not.
Yeah. So they
Yeah.
they say
I
that
mean,
they're
yeah,
fat-
yeah.
fat people.
There's a stereotype to it.
So
yeah.
when that fat person sings,
yeah.
it's the grand finale because they got the voice.
That's why they say stuff like, man, Big Luther, and it's like,
Yeah.
y'all do realize it's the same person.
Yeah, right.
So he may fluctuate in weight.
Right. Yeah.
But did he really? But I mean, I guess that's just how they describe
But
it.
that's how they do it. That's what it is. That's
Yeah,
how they go.
yeah.
You know, okay, somebody committed a crime.
I'm trying to remember how did we get where? Because I asked that question.
Yeah, you
Where
asked the
were you
question.
before that? Because we was doing good.
Nah, I'm gonna get back to it.
Yeah, you remember?
Nah. But I'm gonna get back to it.
We used to my time.
It's all right, right.
We used to have my time.
So-
Yeah, no such thing as free time.
So that's why I think because the fat lady sings better. They think the fat lady
Okay,
sings the
okay,
best.
fair enough.
And that's usually
Because
the grand
more
finale.
often than not, that means
Yeah.
it's a finale.
It's the finale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
2 for
Oh,
2.
you showing off tonight?
I
That's
got
two
at least
for two.
I got at least 3 of them.
Don't put the
I
pressure
got at
on
least
yourself.
no.
Because if you start saying
The
stuff
Bucks are
like
3-0. Now if I get a 4th, that might mean
Yeah, see how you about to mess it up now?
that might mean
See how you about to mess it up already?
next week.
So if time may, I ain't gonna say nothing, man. You know
Time's
why?
not free.
You know how I operate, okay?
All time costs.
All time costs.
Right.
Okay, and go ahead.
But what it is everything in life is about a currency period.
True.
You
True.
spend it.
True.
That's why a person says the saying, when you gonna come spend some time with me?
Absolutely.
You
And the
ever thought
closest
about
word to the word currency is current.
Yeah.
And current within itself means continuation of movement.
There-
So that's all that is. You know what I
Shout
mean? You
out-
start thinking about that.
Shout out to the which kind of science is that? That physics? That might be physics.
I don't know, man. We can go with science. It's definitely science.
It's definitely science.
So
Does
Yeah.
that make you a rocket scientist?
no, definitely not.
No, okay.
Definitely
As long as you
not.
know.
Nah. But I will say that, once again, like you said, it all comes with a price, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anytime that you spend time, you're spending it. Like you said, somebody says, come spend some time with me. Because they know. They know that you got to stop doing something else to come chill with them. I don't care who it is. They know it. They know it. Like, for instance, like.
Nah, for real. You got to.
They know
every time you spend time or do anything, you're sacrificing something.
That's why I said. And that's why I say what I say. You know, you tell that person when they get there, you're like, you ain't got, whoa, you get what you pay for. Bruh. I came here, I had to spend time with you because I get what this is what it comes with.
Right.
Right? And that's the reality of it. So, once again, currency, since we're talking about that element of it, closest word to it, once again, is current, which is basically a continuation, the things that are consistently moving, like time. We can't stop it, right? You got to think about it. The person that sat around one day and said, I want to develop the pause button. I want to watch this, but I need to stop it for a second so I can go do something else and then come back and pick back up where it was. Like, that's the only place you can do that, right? TV, music, maybe something you're listening to or something like that. That's
something
it.
That's entertaining.
But that thought had to come from a place in their mind where they know that life in itself can't be stopped, can't be paused.
Right.
They know it. Like, the person that came up with the concept, like, you had to really think about it, bro. The person that sat there and was like, one day, I wish I could just, I go to the bathroom. I wish I could stop this temporarily, go to the bathroom, and come right back and pick this up.
So,
that's a different kind of mindset, right?
That's genius. And because you said that, I want to say this.
What's up?
Do you think we live in a society where people, we was talking about, like, I be like, people want to have the Instagram.
Yep.
Moment. They do certain things. So like they flexing or
whatever.
Yeah. That nature.
Yeah.
Not judging them. If that's what you into, that's what you into.
That's what you into. That's right.
Not a judge. But the question I do have to ask is, you ever notice how much that Instagram moment really costs? See, we always look at the currency, the money that a person's spending.
Right.
So let's say somebody buys a McLaren.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay.
Just so they can they can pull up at a spot or actually record it and put it on their Instagram page, get 1 million likes and views and all that type of stuff, just to show what they're driving. But after a couple of days, that is over. That's done. But they spend so much time working to get what they need to get for that one moment. And
in exchange, they don't ever get what they pay for.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why we talking about, like, get what you pay for.
Right.
And I'm not mad at any of that.
Nah.
Right? Because if you in my only thing, like you said, Jason Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay Will.
Made a great statement. I wish I'm not gonna try to quote him verbatim, but he was breaking down the concept of things dealing with, like, luxury, vehicles versus, what you would call some, practical or more common vehicles. And
really, he's talking about assets and liabilities.
Well, really, it was assets and liabilities, but those things were the example. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of piggybacking off a situation that Bud had said on the Shay Shay interview. Once again, understanding that you get what you pay for. At some point or another, you got to make a decision on whether or not it means enough to you, even if you know that it's depreciating as it's happening. Mm-hmm. Like, some people will turn around and they be like, yo, I know I'm going to go and buy this, and I really just want it for the wow moment, right? Average person may turn around and say, well, then lease it. Don't buy it. Lease it. Rent it, right? Any of that, right? But as opposed to doing that, what comes along with the stigma of being able to say, this mine's, because we talked about that on another level in terms of business and stuff like that, especially in our culture, we need to always have ownership of everything, right? Yep. And so because we need to have ownership of everything, we won't learn the practical rules to being wealthy. We won't. And because everything that we see looks like literally people just buying everything and getting these things that they really expect to change their lives, we'll jump into that pool of people. We don't turn around and talk to them. Like, for instance, most people who are wealthy, they don't drive themselves. It's like, you up there trying to get the car that this guy got. Once again, you get what you pay for. You ain't getting the driver. You realize that like Mayweather, he getting the vehicle every time you see it. Do you ever see Mayweather driving? He's in the back of it, got the system knocking, whatever he's in. He can be a Maybach, Bentley, whatever he's in. That's what that is. He's letting you know. So I'm not even driving this. This is the level of wealth that I have.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when I want to go somewhere, I get a person that, you know, I mean, come on, y'all. You know, come take me to what's in that.
Yeah.
It's a whole different level.
Now,
You just want the car.
what I saw what Jay Will said, and he said, "I'm show y'all the way how to buy this."
Right.
It's when he said buy it in your LLC.
Mm-hmm.
I already knew about the certain weight. You know what I mean? You write that off, and it.
Yeah.
So at the same time, a person like Floyd Mayweather
Absolutely.
is buying it in this business name.
Him, Jay Leno, 9 times out of 10
Yeah,
got
they buying
something
their
going
business
on.
name.
Yeah, and they're collectors.
Jay Leno might be a little different because he's actually a car collector.
He's a collector.
However,
Mhm.
Jay Leno got the same type of money where he has things in trusts and thing of that nature,
Yeah.
and nothing is in his name
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
So don't get
Yeah.
it wrong.
Yeah.
But they're doing that way because they understand and they learned the game of money.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
People don't want to. That's not fair. Not all people. Can't put everybody in the same pool. The people who are focused on the wow moment,
Right.
right? And you said it earlier. It's another term.
Instagram moment.
The Instagram moment.
Yeah.
Those people could care less, really, about how to attain them.
Right.
They could care less, right? Because the objective is that not the objective, I take it back. In this day and time, can you tell the difference between an athlete and an entertainer? Just like based off as far as the things they have.
Right. I get what you're saying.
Like there was a point in time where you would look up and you say to yourself, okay, this guy got to be an entertainer or an athlete. And he may be none of those things. Because some of these things are attainable now. You go broke trying to get them. You could be a person that just barely got enough to make any of this happen. But social media will allow you to be able to be pictured in the same areas as these people who have a different level of wealth. Because you want that moment. You want that Instagram moment, right? Once again, you turn around. The concept of getting what you pay for means that not only do you get the wow moment, you get the struggles, you get the tough moments, right? You get the moments of trying to, scratch your head and figure it out. That's the other things that you get that you pay for. You don't see those things, right? You don't understand those things. So a lot of times you turn it in and it doesn't matter. Because like if a person, I've seen people go and do things, bro, just to be able to get that moment you're talking about. And if nobody says nothing, they turn around and say they hating. And it's crazy. You be like, oh, you got, wow, listen, how you got that? Like they're hating. It's a little wild. That's odd.
That's odd.
Because they didn't say it. Maybe they don't know anything about it.
Right.
Maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know, what to say. Maybe you came off as a person who, see me, I got this big new shiny object over here that I need you to acknowledge and make me think, make you think that I'm better than you.
Right. All right.
So a lot of that, it's different. And it works in the reverse on the other levels, right? Because when you are that athlete, that entertainer, if you don't meet a certain standard, people say you fell off. You ain't do the right things with your money. You struggling. Even a person who don't have what they have, they don't understand that person is building generational wealth. They don't know that these people got, more cars than garages. Because they're not out there putting themselves out there. You don't never see Jay-Z driving. You ain't never seen it. You've seen him getting out. You've seen him either going into a vehicle, in the back, or coming out of a vehicle. Never. And these are people that we know in the entertainment space. I mean, people that we don't know that's super wealthy.
Yeah.
That don't have that. You know what I mean? So I'm only saying all that to say that. You know what I mean? Look at a person like, what's his name? The guy that did Tesla, Elon Musk. Trying to figure out how to get to the moon and chill out and all that.
They figured it out already.
That's what the moon, E.
Yeah.
What does that look like? What bank do you go to and let them know I'm getting ready to put
But that's what they doing. They're trying to make it where you can take trips to the moon, regular people.
Yeah.
To go see.
Where do those conversations happen at?
Rich people.
That's what I'm saying.
Guess what's crazy? It's like how like you might fly to Miami. I got the flight was $317.
Yeah.
Nah, it's gonna be 100,000.
Yeah.
Fly to the moon.
They never even tell you how much something cost. Just somebody ask them, how much was this one? Oh, this wasn't bad. 350,000. You looking at them, but if they don't, have it, then you be like, oh, he fell off. And that's all people do. Yep. People buy things to put themselves on pedestals, and people who can't afford to reach those same heights sit there and wait for them to fall. They be hating. They hate on that situation. So once again, man, you know, you got to understand in life, man, you got to make a decision on what you're going to pay for, right? What you willing to sacrifice, what you willing to give up, what you willing to, you know, exchange in terms of that time. You got people that go out there and make these major purchases and they never can go home. They got to stay at work.
Mm-hmm.
They can't never go home. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that I got to make sure that I continue to live this lifestyle that I cannot afford.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, we all on the move, y'all. I got something for y'all today that's going to make you go wow when you see it. I got something that, because you got to travel anyway, you're on the move, whether it's business or leisure or whatever it may be, right here. Right here. Super dope bag from a super dope company called Ugly Duckling. Makes men and women apparel, you know, top-notch stuff, quality stuff. Let me stop talking about it and let y'all see the bag. That's really what you want to see anyway, right? First off, can we talk about how I come in a nice little netted bag here? You know what I mean? I think that's pretty good. Logo on the front right here, Ugly Duckling. Can we look at the quality of the stitching? Look at the stitching, y'all. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now you check this out. You see how you got the swan? Yeah, that's nice, right? We're going to take our time. We're going to turn around and hit it with this right here. Bam! See that on the back? They ain't spare no expense. Bam! Look at this in the back. Huh? 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 I didn't put that on there. That's part of it, bruh. That's part of it. That's part of what it comes with. Look at the style. They want to make you... Ugly Duckling. Oh, Ugly Duckling. Yeah, that's who made this right here. Yeah, uglyduckling.com. Oh, yeah, got this and a whole bunch of other stuff. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all know I ain't gonna keep no secrets from y'all when I find a company that do it right. Huh? It's only right that I share this with y'all. So you make sure, if you in the market right now for some top quality apparel, i.e. look at my Young Vet Salute, Jersey Cat apparel, and now, Ugly Duckling. Make sure y'all go check them out, man. Check that website out. I'm telling y'all, man. You're gonna love it. All right? That's all I got to say about that. But make sure y'all go to today for this bag and all the other super dope stuff they got. Y'all be good. I got a trip I'm on. I see y'all later. Get y'all bag. I got mine. Peace, man. Woo.
Point that I'm making in that situation, once again, man, getting what you pay for, understanding that. My question to you is this. Knowing that time is the true riches and knowing that you get what you pay for and feeling the way that you said you felt earlier, in some places you are, in some places you aren't, what are you doing to change it?
Buying back my time.
So can we talk about that? Let's talk about
back my time. You know, sometimes we look for investments, stuff of that nature. But what I'm looking for, when I'm studying, is making my money work for me.
Okay.
In so many ways. That's all.
Okay.
Not too many details because I'm still working on it.
Okay.
But yeah, buying back my time. That's all.
Well, you don't have to go in detail about your particular play, but do me a favor because you've said it to me already. Explain to everyone else why that's the route. Why that's the route? Because
buying back your time.
Buying back your time. Where did you develop that? That needed to be the strategy for you to close the gap on that other area where you're not being compensated at that value.
Most of the time, we sit back and look at anything that we want to gain at. It's a sacrifice.
Okay.
Okay.
I like.
So let's start off with people wanting to lose weight. You have some people who has to lose weight, and then they get surgery.
Okay.
Because the doctor recommends that they need to lose weight.
Okay. Okay.
You have some people who have to lose weight. They don't really need surgery, but they ask for it because they just want it fast.
Okay.
So we live in a world of convenience.
True.
So everybody wants everything fast.
Mm-hmm. Microwave.
Right. They want it now. They want to be able to do this now, have it done quick, this and that. But certain things just ain't gonna happen fast.
No.
Certain things,
and they probably shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't, because you don't. The reason why is because do you understand how to handle it? See what I'm saying? Sometimes, are you ready for it?
Come on.
And God knows when you're ready for it and when you're not, because He watches your habits. First of all, He made you, but He watches your habits. He sees everything you do.
Here we go.
So, what I peeped out and I noticed is people want to cut out the work. Right?
Right there.
Yeah, I knew that.
Right there.
Because right now, the work is taking up too much of your time,
Come on.
right? So you have to ask yourself, why am I going to work? For anything. I'm not just talking about, okay, if we keep it basic and say why am I going to the job? To get a paycheck.
Okay.
To have
beyond
benefits.
beyond the obvious.
Yeah, to have benefits, things of that nature. No, this is going to be so obvious. This is what I mean.
No, I agree with
I
you.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But that's why we go to work.
Okay.
So all I need to do is replace that.
There you go.
What I'm going to get. How can I get that without going somewhere?
Right.
That only works from investing.
Right. You get what you pay.
So when you buy now, if you can start getting the money, same money from investments monthly that you getting from your job monthly,
okay.
guess where you ain't got to go?
Seems pretty logical.
But
to me.
it takes, even buying back your time, it takes discipline.
Come on.
Because we live in society where we want them Instagram moments.
Yeah.
We want the moments.
Yeah.
People are going there and say, listen, I want to go on a trip. I want to go there to go on this trip.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta work overtime these next 2 weeks to get this money up so I could buy this ticket and this and that.
Okay.
But won't cut none of their luxuries out.
Okay.
It could be as simple as a lady saying, I ain't gonna get my nails done. Some ladies like, nah, I gotta get my nails done all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that.
None at all.
Right?
Yeah.
If that's what you need.
Yeah.
But if you want to cut that luxury, some people are willing to learn how to do their own to make it look good themselves and say, I don't need to pay this $100.
There you go.
But if that's something you just ain't gonna cut, then you just ain't gonna cut.
Mm-hmm.
But we all got something we can cut because it takes sacrifice to gain anywhere.
I agree.
That's really
I'm
what
right
it is.
there with you.
So you have to start to see what's more important to you. Some people like to go on all-inclusive Caribbean vacations.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are cool with, like myself, I usually go one a year.
Okay.
As long as I go to an island once a year, I feel good. I'm not saying that's the only trip I take, but one of those a year.
Mm-hmm.
You got some people like, man, I need to go once a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like, I need to go once a month.
Mm-hmm.
If I was one of them people that go once a month,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I would live somewhere that's like in a neighborhood I don't want to be in, but I would downgrade where I live because I plan on being over there for a week out of the month every month anyway.
Okay.
And you can afford that because you got so it's like you can't say in one breath that God gives you provides you with all your needs, but then say you don't have enough. No, it's about how we manage. So if you manage your way of buying your time back, and it's not, listen, when you buy your time back, it don't happen overnight. You can get it back. Like, I look at just certain things, you know, I was talking with the wife and I'm just looking at certain things. Like, if I adjust this, get rid of that, do this, I can add more to the principal every month for the mortgage. Which most people who have a mortgage or rent, that's their biggest bill. You're going to always have bills, but if you can eliminate, you got to look at where you can eliminate at.
Oh, yeah.
That's another way of helping you buy back your time.
Yeah. I think we need to become better managers.
That's it.
Wants ain't going to never go away, right? Needs ain't going to never go away. And because of that, we have to become better at saying what's truly a want and what's truly a need, right? Versus a situation where we sit up there and be like, I got to have that. I have to get this. Most of the time, we make adjustments when we're under duress.
All the time.
Right? We become better CPAs. We become better, we become better at reading things. We become better with prayer. All we got to do is go through something. Most people, all they got to do is go through something, and all of a sudden they get elevated in all the areas of the things. And which is funny because that only shows you that you knew exactly where you needed to change. You just didn't, make the adjustment. We had to become better managers, right? And once we become better at managing things, then the outcomes change. This is why a lot of times people say things don't happen overnight. No, but there's some things you can change overnight that can make things happen.
Right.
The words are very similar. Things don't happen overnight, but no, there's some things that you can change overnight that can make things happen. We don't always want to jump into that situation, like the book that I'm telling you about earlier, The Psychology of Money. Mm-hmm. Basically understanding when a person uses a word like psychology and money, it just all of a sudden sounds like, oh my gosh. You know what I mean? I got to go and get groomed in it. But it's good marketing. But not only that, what it is it makes you understand from a psychology perspective, that means it is your mental, the way that you mentally look and view at money, right? That's all psychology is. It's the mental understanding of something. So when you look at the situation from that perspective, you start saying to yourself, okay, how do I view money? What is my understanding of it? I exchange time, I get it, and after I get it, then I spend it. Like that's like the normal, rotation of how that situation works.
Cash flow lifestyle, that's what they call it.
Right. Once again, currency. Yep. Close to current, keeps moving. You ask a person that has a lot of money, if their money stops, they'll tell you the same thing. No, my money moves too, but it works for me. You work for your money. It's a difference. That's the difference of it. I earned the money, then I put the money to work.
Every dollar you have is an employee.
Right. And so because of that situation, what you got to learn to do is say, how good am I as a manager? That's why I asked you the question I asked you, right? So if you want to get better at most things, right, and since you get what you pay for, find a person that manages money well. Get around other good managers. You don't have to develop their lifestyle, because I tell you, you'll find a lot of people out there that learn how to play the wealth game the right way, but you may not have none of the interest they have. But you can take some of the things that they do, and you can put those things in place, and you can start implementing some of those things and changes in your life, and it'll be different. It'll be a different situation for you. Once again, if we exchange in time for money, it better be a good exchange. That's why people make statements about wasting time. It's like anything else. If you're wasting water, you're wasting your breath. I ain't going to keep talking to that person. I'm wasting time. I'm not going to keep going over here and doing nothing. Like, at some point or another, you got to get to a certain point where you say, yo, I got to stop wasting it. But you got to recognize that first in yourself. When you look up, man, a lot of years pass by. And you look around and you got a lot of materialistic things, but you have nothing to account for. You got nothing to show for it.
Yeah, because it loses value.
Right.
You just have those moments.
Absolutely. So
and the funny thing about it, everybody, shout out to y'all, listen, the ones who live that Instagram moment life. I hope you're saving your videos and the views or whatever you're getting, because when the last time you was on your MySpace page? So once something else new, no, listen to what I'm saying to them. I'm making a point.
Last time you was on your
MySpace page. People who live for these Instagram moments to put on their Instagram.
Yeah.
Eventually, Instagram going to go somewhere else, and then
it'll
those
be like
videos
MySpace.
will be gone.
It'll
So
be like
my
MySpace.
point is,
it'll age out like MySpace.
Right, but not just age out. The value of it is gone.
Okay.
Like you just said.
It'll depreciate.
Yeah, it depreciated.
I got you.
Now, if you're making money on these pages, and this is
Absolutely.
this is your business,
Absolutely.
You can tell me, even if you ain't, you can tell me to mind my business.
Yeah.
But what I'm just saying, what we saying is, do that. Do what you need to do.
Right.
But do a little bit what else what we talking about over here too. That's all it is.
Yeah. Fair enough. Like I said, man, fair exchange ain't that old cliche. Fair exchange ain't no rivalry, right? So if you're going out there and you putting your time into something, and like you said, you're buying back your opportunities to be able to do other things, it's different. Mm-hmm. I said something I told you the other day about how I think I unlocked certain things in my life by asking God for certain things, right? I want to retire my wife. I told you that. And I think by asking, and this is why I say all the time, like you say, the words are powerful the tongue. When I made these statements about wanting to do that, I believed that what I didn't realize I was unlocking was God saying, okay, well, cool, I got to make you the way that you need to be, and I need you to be so you can have that. Because as you are right now, you're not ready. You're a guy, you're cool, you're a nice dude and all that, man, you're making your videos and all that kind of stuff. You're enjoying your family time and your vacations. You asked me to give you the ability to retire your wife. And what I'm telling you today is you're not ready. Not as you are. I can make you as you need to be. But you're going to have to realize that you're going to have to be better at paying attention, being a better manager, understanding, you get what you pay for. Just like in life, you get what you ask for and actively work towards. So if you asking me for this,
That's the deacon point too.
the question is what are you doing, right? If you just asking me, but you want it as you are, you know right now you're not in a position to retire your wife. Stop playing. Stop playing. You asking me for what? What are you asking me for? You asking me to groom you, teach you, shape you, make you, mold you, and allow you to be able to see the things you need to change in yourself to make that fruition come to reality.
Man, look at you.
That's what you asking. Right? That's what you asking. And so because of that, one day I'm sitting here by myself, because that's how life works. And as I'm thinking about things and I'm taking advantage of the moment, I said, wow, did I unlock this? Not wow, like, oh man, I should have kept my mouth closed. But wow, did I unlock this by asking God for that?
Of course.
And the reason why I bring that up is because we're talking about an Instagram moment, right? And so if we put all of this money, all of this time, all of this energy into acquiring these things to get a person to look at me.
About to say it.
If you, and now all of a sudden, those things don't materialize into the things that you want, maybe that's not what you were supposed to be.
Right. I didn't think that's what you was about to say right there. What I thought you was about to say, but you made a great point, is you put all these moments. First of all, let me go back in. You just said that I unlocked this by asking God what I want for what I want.
Yeah.
Right. And then when you turn around and people do the same thing for the Instagram moment, they put in all this work, they pay all this money to do that, just to do this video.
Mm-hmm.
The video goes and it's successful. They got exactly what they asked for.
Exactly.
But what did it really do?
Right.
Are you going to live for a moment?
Yeah.
Or are you going to live for a lifetime?
Yeah.
That's number 3.
Yeah.
That was a third one right there.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and clap that up.
Yeah. Well, as I said, man, baby,
Yeah.
you can't serve two masters.
No. That's I don't know what number you on, but
That's you can't serve two masters.
yeah.
And so at some point or another, like I said, you know what I mean? Should you not want nice things, never stop desiring it.
Always was, but
Always want something nice. And the reality of it is you can't hit a target that you can't hit a target that don't exist.
Yeah.
You should always want something nice. But understand what you're exchanging.
know your wage.
Know the wage. Know
No.
what you're giving a person.
Right. What I mean is by know your wage is you can afford anything your time allows you to. Because I'm not even talking about how much you make, but what you put in is okay. If you even looking at that, what you put in at work, how long you work at work, whether you work overtime,
Yeah.
this and that,
Yeah.
they pay you better,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So if you gotta work 20 hours out the day for you to get something that you only can look at for 30 minutes of the day, you got it. You can afford it because you work at 20 hours. But are you really enjoying it?
So let's do a deeper dive, right? We understand the concept.
Face first.
I knew it. He was going so good. So let's what was that?
Deeper dive. Face first.
No, what was that sound? I won't die. You said something crazy.
I don't know. I ain't say nothing,
Yeah.
but I won't die.
You know,
I
man.
don't- yeah.
Let's do a deeper dive then.
Yeah, let's do a deeper dive.
Okay. We've seen some of the things that we're talking about. People, how they overextend themselves into a situation that really they can't afford. And they know it going into it.
Right.
But it's that moment. I need that moment. What do you think, or why do you think they do it? It's not you. So I know you can't really even
No.
kinda- but
I
from
can.
your observation
No,
perspective,
I
what you
can
see.
because I've been in a moment like that, but not exactly like them.
Mhm.
See, I'm not worried about, oh man, that was crazy. You know?
You lying. That's why.
No, I had to sneeze. Man, shit was funny as hell. I ain't wanted to go hard and shit get on the mic and everything.
Yeah,
But
that's your mic.
no,
Wipe it
but
off.
I've done it.
Yeah,
I've done it in other moments.
right.
Not for me. Just that moment to see the missus be happy.
Okay, so
Now.
exclude that.
Now,
Not
no,
nobody.
no, no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
saying.
No.
Okay,
Ask me the question again.
I believe the way that I asked it, because I can't obviously
Right,
play
right.
this back in real time,
Right.
was you've seen it like I've seen it, where people go out there, they spend the money, they overextend themselves, and put themselves in positions that really they can't really afford to be in
Right.
for the moment. Why do you think that they do that, even for that moment? What is so desirable about the moment?
Oh,
is what I'm
now,
saying.
now,
what
now.
is so? That's what I was saying.
So
Like,
desirable. So what was desirable is seeing that look on her face. You said they can't afford it for the moment, but it might be tight for me at that moment, but I always afford it later.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? However, it do put me in a spot sometimes, just like it put these other people in the spot.
Okay, so that last little part you just said,
Yeah, that's it.
was more universally,
Right.
right? And
When
and that's where I didn't know what you were gonna say. Obviously,
Yeah.
I don't know your answer, but that's the part.
But
What makes people do it?
that moment, that feeling that they get from that moment, it's almost like that. And I don't really want to use this for an example, but
Okay.
we gonna talk about it.
Okay.
It's almost like the first time, for what I hear, was somebody blow. You know what I mean? It's,
When somebody blow,
get that blow. They hit that. They have blow for the first time.
Oh, now see that last one.
Yeah, they had.
When you say get that blow for the first time at first.
And they sitting it
Yeah.
dun. All right.
Okay.
You been watching the Charlie Sheen?
I watched it.
All right. Remember the part when the first time? I'm sorry if it's a spoiler, but remember the first time when he said he smoked crack?
Mm-hmm.
And what the lady was doing to him? Yeah. That's how that. No. But listen.
I understand.
Every
that euphoria from it. I got you.
but every feeling
yeah.
that a person gets
Yeah.
doesn't have to be a touch feel, right?
Mhm.
But where they're at mentally at that time, because that was their goal to get there, right? So what it is even those sensations
Right.
last for a moment.
Right.
What it really is, bro, the answer to that, they're looking for that moment. That's the answer to your question. But why they go after that moment,
Right.
which is another question,
Right.
it's because they're not great managers.
So I think this.
They're okay. They're just not the best.
I think this, right? I think that there's a validation, right?
Mm-hmm.
People need to validate certain things. And if their worth is measured by how many people look at them and go, ooh and ah,
Right.
I think what it does is it gives them a false sense of its value,
Right.
right? So when you look at a person and the person turns around and they do that thing to have that moment, that's amazing. Once they do that thing to have that moment, that's amazing. They know it's not going to last forever. They know that when they come into the party, some people say, I want to show up fashionably late so that I can make an entrance. They know once they make an entrance, that's it. They can't make it again. They already made it. And the reality of it is they invest so much time and money and energy into the arrival, not for the
Not for the
longevity.
night. Yeah.
Not just for the night,
Yeah.
but for the longevity. Yeah. So what winds up happening, once again, you look at certain people, that moment they're going to have it, right? If you pull up to a situation, you got on the most expensive outfit, you got the most expensive vehicle, I'm mad at none of them people like that. Because that means nothing to me doesn't mean it don't mean nothing
Oh,
to nobody
no,
else.
it's still special for
I'm
them.
not mad at none of that. My only thing has always been the same thing. At some point or another, you already know that that's going to be short-lived. At some point, you start exchanging. Once again, you get what you pay for.
Right.
Right? You paid for those vehicles. You paid for the clothes. You paid for that. And ultimately, you paid for that moment.
Yeah, because you paid.
Right?
Paid.
Because of all those other things.
Yeah.
And when it does not materialize or does not, turn into what you think it's supposed to, you feel cheated. My only question to people is why invest so much into what you think other people think of you?
Okay.
Versus you actually doing the things that make you feel better as a person yourself.
That's the question.
So that's the question.
It is because what makes them feel better for themselves is what other people think. It sounds so
No.
plain,
That's it.
but that's really what it is.
That's what the guy who wrote the book said. No, you just said the part. He said, and that's what it is.
That's it.
And so because he said, he made a point, and it was funny. He said, if I had an invisible house and an invisible car, you could never see it. I knew where it is. I know what the car looks like. You can't see it. You wouldn't know what to think of me.
Yeah.
And regardless of whatever I've established in my life, whatever kind of income I have, what kind of lifestyle I'm living, if you couldn't see it, you couldn't measure it.
Yeah.
Right? Because the person will look at you and say, "E dope," and then the other guy shows up and be like, "But he's not as dope as him."
Yeah.
And if that matters to you, you'll turn around and be like, "Damn, I gotta leave," because the doper guy got here now. You know what I mean? And so my thing has always been, I'm not mad at you having a target in life. Reach for it. But don't ever allow the value of the time, and don't allow to ever be undervalued, and don't ever, since life is about what you pay for, don't ever pay for something that only is going to have a value to someone else that keeps you from being valuable to yourself.
To yourself. All right. I knew you was going to get there.
That's the point that I want to make. You know what I mean? So we just got he's crazy with the slap and sound effects. It's like my brother's wild, y'all. Like,
I didn't even say nothing.
yeah, you did. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. And I'm not mad at it because I know a lot of people. I'm telling you, I've seen people put up Facebook posts and they'll look and say, "Ain't enough people like this. They hating on me." And just not enough people saw it yet. Does what other people really think about me or care about me?
It don't matter, bro.
Is it really worth what it's gonna cost me? Is it really worth me my time, the extra energy and work to get it? If those are the things you want for yourself, have at it. I tell people all the time, if you want it for you, have at it.
Now, we're not telling you to not have standards for yourself.
Absolutely.
That's not what we're not saying.
Right.
What we're saying is, don't let the standard
Right.
be something that you can't really handle.
Right. Right.
Find your spot.
Right. And don't allow it to make you ultimately sell yourself cheap.
Right.
This is where the old cliche come. I'm telling you, bro, if I knew then what I know now, I would have done things differently. This is where that comes from.
Me too. I would have really did that. I know that's the saying you saying.
Yeah.
I would have did that.
Most people say that. That's what I'm saying. At some point,
hindsight is 20/20.
Right. And why is hindsight 20/20? Because it's clear.
Yeah.
And you can see it because you've experienced it. So my thing is once again, managers. If we become better managers, like you said, buying your time back, it's different. I'm not telling you don't go out there and buy that nice thing you like. You deserve it. But buy it for you. And if part of that is like, okay, this person going to think that I'm doing well in life because of that, I'm not mad at you for doing it because society has created these facades. But at the end of the day, I will say this. Just know what you're exchanging for it. Just know what you're exchanging for it. If you got to overexert yourself energy-wise and spend more time away from your loved ones and do all this, just know what you're exchanging for it.
Right.
That's all. Now, if you can figure that part out, have at it. But you're going to give up something. Like I said before, bro, you can't be two places at once. You know what I mean? You can't serve two masters, brother.
Yep. Grandma used to say it all the time.
That's the reality. That's the reality. Like they say, I forget the person that made the statement, even in regards to technology. Said it's a great tool, but a horrible master.
Mm-hmm.
Once you become slave to the mentality that these things, I got to buy them. I got to buy myself into the important spaces in your life. I got to spend a lot of money, spend a lot of time to prove to you my value. When you get into that loop, you're in a bad place. Mm-hmm. Don't allow yourself to be cheated out of life because you're so busy trying to prove your life to other people.
Wow.
You know, that's the grand scheme of it. You want to do some questions?
Yeah, let's go to them. What we doing?
We're going to do some, let's do some Would You Rathers. For some Would You Rather.
Welcome. I said welcome to a new episode of Would You Rather. Repeat's going to ask me, would I rather this, would I rather that? Let's get to it.
Okay. I like this one. I just had it right there. Okay, here it is. Would you rather be able to create a new holiday or create a new language?
Language. Communication. Communication is key. And if I create a new language where only certain people understand it, And I could say all types of shit right in your face that you wouldn't even know about. I ain't saying I'm being ignorant. But I might say the money is in his back. Nah, I'm just playing. Language thing.
I like it. Would you rather have a chance to design a new toy or direct a movie?
Direct a movie.
Elaborate, brother. I mean, I understand you answering.
Well, no, I mean, I like entertaining.
Okay.
I'm not saying a toy couldn't be entertaining, but I ain't play with a lot of toys, man. So, pause.
Right, but I'm saying this when you're a creator, you picture one, you'd rather be a director movie. I agree with you. I'm going to direct a movie. I'm just like that, especially at this point in my life. I would love to be a director of a movie. Would you rather be able to control the weather or have the ability to talk to animals?
Weather.
Okay.
We shoot movies. I wanted to be sunny over here. I wanted to rain over here. I wanted to be natural as it could be. I don't need to be able to talk to Bambi, man. I don't need to be able to, or Dumbo, bitch, or Mr. Ed, bitch. I don't need to talk to them.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't talked to no animal, and the animal talked to me in 44 years down here, man. Like, come on now.
Would you rather be a doctor or a scientist?
Doctor.
Okay. What would your doctor name be?
E. Dr. E.
You go by their last names, man. You can go by Dr. E, though.
Dr. Influential, man. Like,
okay. All right. Now, I know what you said before about the language thing, and I don't know if it may still stay the same or change. Would you rather speak every language or play every instrument?
speak every language.
That's dope, but I also think being able
to play every instrument is dope. But I know why you think like that.
Yeah.
I know why you think like that. Because you're a hands-on type of guy. You're a person that's still battling with the fact that you like to do a lot of things yourself. The challenge of just knowing I can do it yourself. Me, on the other hand, I will look at it like this. If I could speak every language,
Yeah.
then I could talk to the best instrumentation type people anywhere.
This is true.
And then I could turn around and produce one of the craziest
this
records
is
ever
true.
because I can talk to them regardless of what their language is.
No, this is true. I don't think either one is a bad thing, and I see your point in that. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
But yeah, I think
this is the bullshit, though, when I did that.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you start saying speak a language, the mic said word, well, speak this, and start falling.
Nah, I hate it.
You know what I'm
I hate it
saying?
with this episode has been brought to you by.
Would you rather always?
Come on,
Always
you
say-
always giggling. Put it down. I don't want to spit that now. I just put the bitch down. 'Cause you started giggling.
Because I'm picturing you doing this. I'm picturing you doing
I
it.
ain't gonna do shit.
You know what I'm saying? E, you got your limitations. You ain't weird, you know, but you got your little moments, man. You know what I mean? Would you always having to enter the room by announcing your name, always having to have to do cartwheels out of the room? Like every time you walk in, E's here.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that. I'm not doing no cartwheel in the room. Yep, E's home. E's here. Yep, but you gotta say it every time. E is here.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta say it a different way every time. He is here.
Versus all of a sudden,
He
don't
is here.
nobody know you gonna just do a cartwheel. out
Yeah,
of the room.
yeah. Because a bitch cartwheel in the workroom, man. Soon as they get on their feet, I'm punching them in their face.
Why you got to be violent?
Because you could have kicked me with that cartwheel.
But they ain't do it.
Everybody almost bump into somebody every time they walk into somebody by mistake because they don't notice.
And everybody don't get punched in the face when it happens.
No,
G.
they don't. But
That's what I'm
but
saying.
if you do a cartwheel, it's not normal. I don't know that's cartwheel E over there, bitch, coming in, and that's the only way he can enter a room.
Have a hand twice as big or half as small. So your hands are either 2 times the size they are or half as small.
So my hand 2 more times.
That's it. Smack game on 1,000.
Yeah.
What you mean? Why you so violent? Yeah. Like you got a list. You got a list of 2 times the size of your hand. People that you would get. You got like about
Crazy though, because if it's twice as big and you go to smack cheeks, it's too much.
Wow,
It's
yeah.
too much. They gonna
I
want
ain't
to
think
fight.
about that. That's probably because I'm not a
You
pervert.
smack it.
That's crazy. Oh man, I didn't think about that. Nah, you let it out, man.
Yeah, but 2 times smaller than this?
Yeah.
That's a. Let me
Would
see.
you rather be a bird or a horse?
Horse? You know what I mean?
Why would a man want to be a bird?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
That's just an eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got it on tape. I got it on camera.
Nah, I was
too.
laughing.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
I know you didn't, man. Nah.
Yeah, nah.
Would you rather live in a mansion in the city?
No. You want to be a bird or a horse? A horse. You said,
the horse the first time. Yeah, stallion. I'm a Capricorn, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Would I be what now? What the question was?
would you rather live in a mansion in the city or on a farm with a lot of animals? Not like they ain't doing nothing crazy, but they came with a farm.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
work.
You're right. I can't sit up here and say it's not. You're definitely right. You know what I
But
mean?
I like land.
Okay.
I don't like being too crowded. I don't care if the house is
Talk
big.
to me. Where we
I
going?
like to.
Where we going? What we doing?
Yeah. Which one you doing?
I'm cool with that. So the mansion, up with the mansion in the city is obviously it's a mansion.
I probably do. The
At
mansion
this
in the
point,
city.
but
I probably do the mansion city.
I'll do the mansion in the city. But I'm telling you right now, I get where you going with this, especially now in my life. You know, as our kids get older, you got this mansion, ain't nobody in the mansion, but you and the missus. It's a little bit different. But on the flip, a farm is a lot of work, and even if you got the bread and somebody else taking care of it. Like out there, I ain't never been the guy who really wanted to be out in the country. Now I know me and you've had conversations like, "Yo, bro, if I had the land, I'd build this garage, and it'd be like these dope things." So I'm actually surprised you didn't just go with the farm because you're probably gonna have a
I
lot
don't
of
need
land.
a farm for that much.
Yeah, but you ain't got to farm nothing just because you got it. That's what I'm saying. Like you, all right, okay, cool. You said what you said. I'm done with it. Rather have 5 brothers or 5 sisters. You had me and 4 more.
Five healthy. 5. I'm not going to answer that because listen. It's officially about to be. It's officially when this come on be Libra season, so I could do this. 5 healthy siblings. Don't care
What
what
that got to do with your birth, about your zodiac sign?
Balance.
That's scapegoat, man.
Leave a scale. What you doing?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Give me 4 more E's, man.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Give me
I
4
like
more
that.
E's. Nothing against it. I mean, I got daughters. Give me 4 more E. Not like, all right, keep it a stack, y'all. If it was me and E, and technically speaking, we had 4 more siblings. It was 6 of us. This is a different podcast. As a matter of fact, it's probably a different planet.
And live in color.
You know what I mean? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Would you rather be an Olympic athlete or the president of the United States?
Olympic athlete. Give me a couple commercials and shit.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, we think we want that spot.
What, the president?
Not per se me and you.
Oh.
But I mean, people, because, all right, keep it a stack. You ain't never seen nobody be like, yeah, man, I'm telling you, if it was me, everybody think they can do the job better. They don't know nothing about the position.
They don't care. It don't matter
And
what
the most
job
Olympic athletes that I know, they was born like that.
is. It don't matter what
I don't know
job
too
it
many
is.
people that's Olympic athletes
Right.
that wasn't athletic kids. Like they wasn't, you know what I mean? They've been like that the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna close out with a good one. Nah. Okay. Be able to live 100 years into the past or 100 years into the future.
Future.
Okay.
Past is cool, but I know what was going on in the past 100 years ago. You know what I mean? 100 years ago, bro, it was still slavery. 1925, slavery. We couldn't go wherever we wanted to go. It was weird. I'm not saying 100 years from now that it can't be something different, because it's always something.
Right.
But
we have history that we can look at. So
hindsight,
it's kind of like
I don't want to go there.
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. You got some people like living in the past. I ain't mad at them. That's just the way they would answer the question. Last one.
Now, if you ask 5 years in the past and 5 years in the, I'm gonna go 5 years back in the past.
It's a little different.
Yeah,
5 years versus 100. You're right.
5 years in the past, you know, the Bucks was the Super Bowl champs.
Okay, let's see what you did with that. There, that ain't had nothing to do with nothing. So you know that we need to go last year.
Yeah,
Technically this year.
yeah.
You know who the champs was then.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? See, there ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Last one.
You get older by the moment.
See?
It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
See a giant ant or a tiny giraffe? Which one you rather run into?
The tiny giraffe.
Yeah, I'm not playing with nothing giant.
Yeah, nothing bigger than
I'm not playing with nothing giant. Pause.
Yeah. I'm glad you said, but you see, when you run this back, you see it face.
I had to look at you. I heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it.
I ain't playing with nothing giant.
Yeah.
First of all, why you playing with a baby giraffe?
You can play with a baby giraffe.
I ain't playing with
baby
nothing.
giraffe?
I ain't playing with nothing. The fact I'm telling you,
question, make sure.
That
A giant ant or a tiny giraffe?
you said what you gonna run it? What you want to run into?
Which one you want? Run into. You got to run into one of them.
I'm gonna run into the giraffe, but I ain't playing with it. That's what I'm telling you.
No, you ain't gonna play with it.
I ain't playing with it, man.
Why not? You think he gonna do something to you?
No, I just don't
He
want to
said
play.
he's still a giraffe.
I don't want to play with
Because
it.
even a tiny giraffe probably still a little bigger than.
Your tiny giraffe probably come up to my to my heartbeat,
He
man.
won't play like
my heartbeat,
Greg.
You know,
He be like, it's not KB, man.
yeah,
It's not KB Toys, man.
yeah.
Go ahead, man.
KB. Hey, yo, where was KB Toys? Was it behind the Sheraton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Where?
Yeah, in PA.
Yeah.
Be
Yep.
behind the
Yeah,
Sheraton, right?
Yep. Ain't nothing wrong with your memory, brother.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with your memory. You take us about it there, man.
That was another episode of Would You Rather. Yeah, thank you for tuning in for that. And we want to thank y'all for tuning in, man, to episode 213, right? 213.
Mulberry Street.
Mulberry. I was going to say it. 213 Mulberry. Yep. Episode 213 of the Porch Podcast. Again, man, y'all can hear us this episode and all your favorite episodes on any of your favorite podcast and streaming sites like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Audible, iHeartRadio, anywhere you listen to your podcast. Pete, tell them where they can see us.
Each and every week right on our YouTube channel at The Porch Podcast on YouTube, man. If you have not done so already, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, leave comments as we address each and every last one of them. As we say each and every week, we know that you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and definitely we appreciate you. This has been episode number 213, man. You know what I mean? You get what you pay for, so make sure that you guys are out there spending your time wisely. All right, family, we see y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe, be blessed. Peace, y'all.
Who on the porch?
Let's go.